Welcome to another lesson on addition, and in this lesson we're going to be looking at adding double digits. Now, for example, if you're in an exam and they're asking you to find the sum, now remember the word sum, and let me just underline this word here. Remember, the word sum means to add, and by addition we're using the plus sign. Okay, now we're asked to add basically 45 and 12. Now, for example, in the previous video we had looked at using models or pictures, but here we're dealing with larger numbers such as 45 and 12. So you wouldn't want to waste time be drawing pictures or stars or butterflies as we did. That would take you a lot of time. So I'm going to show you a quicker way of looking at it. Number one, we could use our number line. So the first method I'm going to look at is the number line again, okay, to show how we treat this. And I'm going to show you a neat little trick on the number line. So let's grab it quickly. So here is my number line. Now I'm going to do something very unique, and I'm going to show you a little trick. So check this out. We have 45, okay? I'm not going to start at 0 as I did in the previous video. I'm just going to use my number line to reflect the numbers that I'm adding up here. Okay, so since I have 45, because I would have to go way up, and this number line couldn't hold all these values. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to look at the part of my number line that has 45. Okay, so here I could say this point here is 44, so I'm starting at 44 there. Then I would say this is 45, then I would say 46, 47, 48, then I would have a 49, then I would have a 50, then I would have 51, then I would have a 52, then I would have a 53, then I would have a 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then I would have a 60 right there. Okay, so what I've done, I've just captured that part of my number line, or the section on my number line that has the biggest digit here, okay, 45. All right, and now I'm going to add the smaller digit to that, okay, because addition, we looked at in videos to come, that addition is commutative, and that means that the order in which you add doesn't matter. Okay, now I am starting at 45, so here now I am going to position myself at 45. So 45 would be there, so that's the number I'm interested in. So what this is really saying is that I had moved up 45 places from my origin. Okay, and you know that your origin would be somewhere down there. 0 would be way down there. Okay, so what this suggests, I'm starting at 45, so it would suggest that I have moved 45 places already. So that's a quick way of doing it. Okay, now good. Now all I need to move now is 12 more places, so I'm just going to quickly count my 12 places. So here, starting from 45, I would move 1, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's 9 right there, that's 10, this would be 11, and I would have my 12. Okay, now if you notice where I finished, this would be my answer, where I've stopped. So my answer would be 57. Okay, 57, that's where I stopped, so 57 would be my answer. So when I add 12 plus 45, or 45 plus 12, my answer is 57, and that's a quick way of looking at it. Okay, so another quick way of looking at this, we could use our place value system chart. So let's just pull this up a bit. Okay, let's just stop there. Now in using my place value, let me just make a note quickly here. Method number 2, in adding these two numbers, we could use our place value system. Okay, this is, well, I would say this is the quickest method to add these two numbers. Okay, so in using my place value system chart, I have double digits. So here I would have a 12 and a 45. So I'm adding, it doesn't matter which one I write first. So first I'm going to put my 45. So what this is saying, I have 4 tens and 5 units. Okay, let me just pull that down a bit to get some space to show you what I'm speaking about. I'm going to put my 4 there and my 5. So that's 45. And then I'm going to put the 2. If you notice, the 2 is to the right and it's the last digit to the right. So for the 2, I would put the 2 exactly under the 5 and the 1 would go exactly under the 4, because this is saying that I have 1 tens and 2 ones. Let me just now pull this down a bit so that we can see what is happening. We need a little bit more space here. Okay, so really what this is saying, and I'm going to do it quickly for you to show you what is happening. This is really saying that I have, this is my units column, that's my units column, and this is my tens column. Okay, that's my tens column. Okay, so what this is really saying, and I'm adding, so I'm putting my plus sign, this is saying I have 5 units adding to 2 units. And here now you could use your models or your pictures to add the units column. You know, if you have 5 stars, for example, if you have 5 stars, so let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 stars. That's the 5 at the top in the units column. And let's say you had another 2 stars. I would have 1, 2 stars. So in total, we would have a total of, this is 1. Oops, let me just change the color quickly. Okay, so this would be 1 star, that's 2 stars, that's 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, 6, 7. So what this is saying, what I've just did, I've just added up my units column, and in my units column I would have a total of 7 stars. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would put that 7 under the units column. And what this is saying, in my tens column I have 4 tens adding to 1 tens. Okay, and if I'm using butterflies, so I could use butterflies now to add up my units column. So first I would have my tens column rather, sorry. So first I would have 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 butterflies. That's the number at the top in the tens column, and then I have 1 butterfly there. Okay, to add to that at the bottom. Cool. So now in counting I would have a total of, this would be 1 butterfly, and I'm adding my tens column now. That's 2 butterflies. That's 3, 4, 5 butterflies. So in my tens column I have a total of 5 tens. Okay, so that's 5 tens, and if you notice my answer, I got the same answer to be 57 as I did in the first case. So it's that easy, guys. Feel free to leave a comment or a question if you're still not sure, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Bye bye.